Hi everyone, Anne here. Today we are going to discuss about economic inclusion, and I hope you all remember
for self-reliance.
Yes, for self-reliance. I hope you remember our friend here.
Eric Museveni Rugambwa. We are back.
Yes, from Butopra.
From Butopra Group.
Yay! And Anne here from the Hope Program, also a member and a volunteer of One Stop Kenya Youth Center. Okay, so on economic inclusion, let's first start with, what do you mean when you say economic inclusion?
And even before we go to that point, I would like to ask you, how are you doing?
I am well, thank you so much.
I don't want to take our viewers like faster. Huh?
Okay.
We want to even also to wish them, how are you doing? I hope the last segment we did, it was very interactive, informative.
Yeah, it
so
was.
Did they enjoy? Did you enjoy? You guys?
They should give us their feedback.
In the comment section. I saw like some comment there, and people were saying, okay, and maybe it's your first time to watch this platform.
Karibu.
You are welcome, and also consider subscribing. It's it will not take you even for more than 5 seconds.
True.
So, and also I hope this we will interact. There is no host, there is no guest, there is no
it's all about learning.
Yeah, it's all about interaction, and also we want to give our viewers also to be part of this interaction through the comment section.
So true.
So as you were saying, you had asked,
when we talk about economic inclusion, nini tunaongelelea haswa?
So according to my understanding, there is economic and there is inclusion. These are two words. So including, it means there are some group of people who need to be included in an economic system of a country, of an organization, of a certain maybe part. So it's a group of people, it's a group of people majorly who need to be included in a certain system of economic that is in place already.
Okay.
Then why do we need the economic inclusion? Because in nowadays, as I said, we want to link it with self-reliance.
Self-reliance. As when you say self-reliance, can you expound on that for our viewers?
Self-reliance means like depending on yourself.
Tujitegemea.
Yeah. Depending on yourself.
Okay.
Actually, no one was born to depend on anyone else. Only whom do we depend on? It's just on God.
Yes, our creator.
He's our creator. He's the one who created us for
true.
a purpose. And he's the one who knows, who give us the provision. So when things are not going on, okay, or the way we may want it, we have to ask the mdos. So, but many people in this world are just living to depend on others. Like maybe you have your brother or your relative in the family who have made it, like he's on a certain level or life standard is improved somehow.
True.
And you expect him to provide for you. Like I've heard even many people complaining. So in the family, he's stable economically, he's rich, he has, but he's not doing anything for us.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of people who need to live in this earth depending on others. But as I said, no one was born to depend on another.
So currently, Africa, we are really relying on humanitarian aids.
That's one. There's depending on people in your family or the circle that where you live. There is depending on humanitarian aids, and also even African states have been mocked or collected many times. Don't depend on external like loans. I have heard like Kenya has some loans,
Yeah.
Even countries, African countries. I don't know if that the chronics or like ugonjwa ambayo tukona kama tunaitwa hapo. Sasa kama inchi, if the country depends on another country to like learn their affairs. Their budget, they cannot manage what they have to depend on themselves and do their affairs as a country. And also the citizens also will depend on humanitarian aids. And also in the same case, people in the families of that country will depend on even their relatives. You see the channel.
Yeah.
And the channel, where it comes and how far it reaches. So I believe that a human being needs to be empowered to be self-reliant. And to be self-reliant economically, or the economic system needs to be inclusive, need to include people. This is actually a huge and a big topic to discuss, but as we started, economic inclusion for self-reliance, for self-reliance or self-dependence. That should be the end goal.
Do you think we can actually, as Africa now, see Sasa as an individual where we depend on our well-off member in the family? Now as Africa, speaking as an African, do you think we're in a position to fully rely on ourselves, bearing in mind 75% of our population are women and the youth, who, if we're really being honest, have the least positions in any roles? They are not prioritized anywhere. Do you think we can ever be self-reliant that way?
If people can try to understand the way I have explained, the 3 levels where all those categories rely or depend on some way or on someone else, like the country level, they depend. The African states mostly they borrow money from from developed countries, let me say, or the institution established by developed countries, like IMF and what else?
World
Bank, like
UN.
So such things. And also at the country level, as citizens, we depend on humanitarian. At the family level, family members want to depend on their relatives and so at each level, there is something that need to be done. Each level has obligation and to do. I have heard many people saying that our country is poor. Is poor in which term? So the country will not be rich if the citizens are not rich. Yes, I understand. And also the citizens are the one who develop the country to be rich. Though they help each both sides, they help hand in hand, because what is the country? The country are the citizens, not just the physical location.
True.
Not buildings, not trees, not whatever. It's the citizens. But also when they say the government, it's like the leaders. They have established to make good plans how these citizens will make it in life, or they will be rich, so that also once they become rich, the country also will be rich.
Again, I ask, do you think it's possible for us as Africa to be self-reliant, bearing in mind most of the population are women and youth? Is there a way that we can uphold that sustainability to a point of not needing the humanitarian aid?
It is possible, but because this system have lasted for many years, even telling people that we can start we can start a system where you can develop yourself and depend on yourself. It's very difficult to plant or to make it understood by the people of the community.
So you're
because they have lived in that comfortable zone of being given. Being given, it's not. It's sweet at one point.
It makes us lazy.
But it's worse. Yeah, it makes people comfortable. But it's worse when you don't receive what you wanted, or you don't get it on the right time. So, and also when you lived by depending on someone for a long time, and at a certain point it comes to an end. That's when you will get to know that depending on someone or depending on yourself is a good thing, and also depending on it affects both sides. To me, who depends on, for example, on you, it will affect me. Imagine when you will cut your support and whatever you are giving to me to live. So what will happen to me? And also, if you are giving to me, also you will not move from one level to go to another level. Let's come to the family level. Like one of your relative has, to say he has million of money, and he want to become a billionaire. He has other project, he has many expenses, he want to focus on his own plans, and he has some people in the family who want to give me this, I don't have rent, hey, my kids are chased away from school, can you help pay? So he's receiving a lot of requests that will demand the person to give money out of. So do you think that person will make it to what he is ambitious to achieve?
He will never.
Even at the country level, if we keep borrowing as the country, do you think where the loans will lead us to? I've had the president is taking, like, we are dragging hole for the country.
Yes, tunajingiza kwa shimo. Yenye hatuwezi jitoa.
That kind of a system, it's not like a good way to go. Number one, we have to it's possible to depend on ourselves and
to be self-reliant.
It's possible, but it's possible to those who believe it.
Are you trying to tell me first I need to unlearn from the system that I am?
Quit the system you are connected to of depending. I'm not just saying you. Actually, we are addressing to our audience. Number one, quit the system you are unlocked to of depending.
Of being given. Or you believe that if so and so. I've seen many conflicts in the families where people, even people who are depending, they are ready. They don't utilize the potential they have to make some money or to create wealth. So they are just waiting to be given.
Yeah, to be given. So you are making that person not useful. So it is possible to be self-reliant. I agree 100%. What is the person need to do? Number one is to understand that yes, I have been depending on so and so, or they can or the community. That's at a personal level, or the country, or all our citizens have been depending on humanitarian aids for many years. We are not, or the country have been relying on loans from developed countries for many years. But what can we do? Number one is understanding this comfortable zone is not good for you.
True.
Number two, then how can I reverse and then start the line I want to go. But it's possible 100%.
So when you talk about it being possible, what do you have in mind? I might choose to unlearn my ways of being given all the time and being the one who is receiving. But yes, I've agreed I need to be self-reliant. How do I even start that?
Yeah, even there are people who will just use the biblical verse to say the person who gives more breast than the person who receives.
Yes.
Do you know mostly people who will say that are the ones like who defend themselves why they need to be given? Mostly.
They use it as a psychology mind.
Yeah, mind like, hey, give us, you will be blessed. Then I ask the same person who have that kind of thought. Hey, so he's being blessed because he gave you something. So it's you who don't want to be blessed. Why can't you produce something and give it to another?
Also, the Bible says it's the one who has that is given more.
Actually, that's blessing because you have and you have given. Then once you are blessed, what will have? So what remained will increase also.
True.
Maybe I can connect those two Bible verses. But what I'm saying here, as you have asked, the person who are being given needs to change their mind.
Say they have changed their mind.
Okay.
Where do they start?
We agree.
Mm-hmm.
If we agree the same,
yes,
that depending on someone or depending on other external forces, generally we call it external parts,
yes,
or forces, mm-hmm. to make sure our lives are going to the direction we want.
Mm-hmm.
Let's agree we agree at the same point. So how can it be then possible? That's when we say the economic inclusion.
Economic inclusion.
Number one, there is a person who might have this positive mentality of starting from where he is because he had cut off all the sources he used to get the financials.
At zero now.
Now he's at zero.
Mm-hmm. Square one, not even square one. He has not even stepped into square one.
No, he has no person has zero. You know, the money is not everything.
Okay.
You might quit this system, mm-hmm. but you have knowledge.
Yes,
you
true.
have energy.
Mm-hmm.
You have
skills.
Mm-hmm. All these are resources.
Yeah.
You can start. So I can't say you have zero unless we calculate in terms of money.
Yes.
But in terms of resources that can help you then to venture into this new line you have entered, mm-hmm. You don't have zero. So then you can start using. So you have to acknowledge what do you have. Mm-hmm. What do you have? You can start off with to pursue the path you have started. That skills, that resources, mm-hmm. the energy, whatever. Many of us have graduated from school and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So you have something.
Yes.
You have something. You can rely on this. But also, you might say, everything we might have, mm-hmm. money is needed. Mm-hmm. Is needed. Me, I tell people, do you know there are people who start businesses with a single 1,000 bob? Yeah.
Okay.
There are other people who start business with 1 million bob. There are other people who start businesses with a different amount of money. Mm-hmm. So as you look how, that's why we say the government institutions, the private sectors, they are here to help their citizens. Mm-hmm. Let me just say, the private sector doesn't have citizens. Let me say the government. Mm. That's what, even when citizens have this mind and the government also have the same trajectory or the same vision as this kind of citizens, then they will bring on table something big and great. That's when the government also will assist. Like you see, when the government is assisting new initiatives, innovative ideas in the country for mm-hmm. young people, how it comes? It's the government who help those initiatives. Mm-hmm. And where the money came from, the money also came from those who have already made it, like taxpayers. Do you see? So we need those who have made it can contribute to those who want to make it. Not in this way of giving, but to the money they give to the government also come to refund these young people who have, even not necessarily young people, at any level or your age you are. As long as you have a good initiative, you have a positive mentality, you have changed from depending to so and so, and you want to depend on yourself. There are some already policies that are in place that can help you to move your path.
When we talk of Africa in general, and we talk of economic inclusion, what is Africa missing that can actually, what are we not seeing that can make us omit? Should I say omit? Because from your explanation, I understand we need to be uplifted for us to be okay. So what can we do?
Did you know it's also, you can just cut you short. Mm-hmm. Did you know also you can lift each of you, each other without not even necessarily to go. You can you save 100, I save 100. So imagine if you are a group of 20 people,
a chama.
You can start from that.
Okay.
You invest, you benefit, Then you grow till you reach the point of you can be. So I don't mean you can be lifted by someone because I'm relying on other people. But also there are institutions that are in place already who we need. Hey, you see, you have a good idea, you have good initiative. We want to give you money, so they invest in you. So invest in you. Yes, in one way they are supporting you to achieve what you want, but also they have they benefit.
Do Africans really practice that?
Yeah, there are economic institutions like banks, like the.
You need people who have the same kind of thinking with you.
Yeah. When you come together, maybe there is a group or a bank that can invest in you.
A bank you have to have saved for you to. Yes.
Yeah, you have to start.
Yes.
You have to start somewhere. Okay.
Yes.
But when it comes to economic inclusion, maybe at the African level, as you said, you know, all the policies that are made at those big fishes, as I have said, the one that those institutions that borrow or give loans to the African countries. Do you think African countries have been part of making the policies and whatever programs and are they part?
No.
That's what when we say inclusion at that level, maybe let me say at that level, according to my understanding, they need also to be part of whatever is being designed, so that they are included, so that they can present their side. If people want to make like the interest, you know, you are the one who will be given loan, and there's someone who put the interest rate for you. But if you are part of that, you can say this interest rate is too much. We would appreciate if you can reach this amount. So if they are part of, that's what I say inclusion. Inclusion is like let's people participate at their own level. At the country level, or let me just give an example to the refugee community. Refugee communities, they always say economic inclusion. These are people who have skills, as we said,
yes,
who have knowledge, who have started in brilliant initiative at their level and their capacities, but they want to expand. Economic inclusion give them a chance, and also they are, as I said last time, they are contributing to the economy growth
of that country.
Economic growth of that country. Then you deny them to be included in the economy. So we are contributing, but we can't consume or we can't access. Like if I want to expand the business I'm doing, maybe I need a loan. Am I able to access the loan?
No.
If I'm denied that chance, then I'm not included
yes,
in the economic system. But am I part of the economic growth? Yes, I am. If I pay tax, if I whatever I do, the business services. I offer services, or I buy even the services I offer, or I buy services from people who contribute to the economy. As I said, when I go to town, I don't have a personal car.
Yeah.
Even though I have a personal car, where do I buy fuel? So in one way, everyone contributed to the economic growth of a country. That's why if you can contribute to the economic of the country would also give you a chance to access, or to would make it easier for you to access the economic inclusion, so that if you want some money, it became easier for you to get the money and to expand your business. Economic inclusion at a country level, not at African. When we moved from African level, they need to be included to their designing of whatever. Then at the country level, I have given you an example of refugees.
Okay, when we talk about African, when I said Africa, I refrain from using the word refugees. Yeah. We are all Africans.
Yeah.
So when I talk of African, I am talking about us, all of us. So for economic inclusion, you'd feel if, as an African now, if you are included in the in the what economic system of this country, you can do much better than when you're excluded from it. What ways do you think this particular country, in this case Kenya, can do for you to feel economically included?
Number one, when you are in a country, let me not just give an example as that's a short example I gave just so people can understand very well. But let give any African. But I know also there are people who are in their own countries, maybe who are not inclusive, who are not part of the economic system. They cannot not access, but also the economic system, the requirement they want to.
Yes, the requirements.
Yeah, you need to have in place so that you can benefit. So what you need to do is like if you are in a country and you have a proper document like an ID, like a passport, depending on different countries, I think they have their document they use to kutambulisha huyo mtu. Si ndio? So if you have that document, that's number one, because you can't do anything without a document. A document is what make people recognize you. So that's number one. Number two, if for example it's a loan, there is a requirement. You need to have ABCD. Maybe do you have a guarantor? Maybe do you have what else? If you don't have a guarantor, is a grantee. A guarantor is someone who can just say, this guy, he has this a good initiative and he will pay your money. So I want to stand in his place. If there is a guarantor and
guarantee. I'm not sure. Guarantee is the one who
a guarantor is someone who can like
stand for you. Yes.
So that this institution can give you money. And also I might have a property or logbook or whatever.
Yes,
any property that is expensive
can be exchanged
in exchange. I don't remember the right word they use. If it's not a guarantee, then you have a property or something that you can put in place. If I fail to repay your money, you can sell this and repay your money back. So there are different requirements. That's number two. Number three, you might have all those things in place already, but the grantor, the institution or the person who wants to give you money, is he believing in the idea you are presenting? Is the business you are presenting making sense? Like the plan, the proposal you are bringing to the person he needs also to say this business is powerful.
It can make an impact.
And also it will help. It will produce the money, and this person will also repay the loan back. So I can't say whatever they put on list check, so that if you have complete all those, they can maybe give you money. So, but whatever I want to say, there is a set of requirements that is needed. But you will find there are people who have all of them, but they are not given that chance to economically included in the economic system.
What happens? Huh? What makes them not be included?
Maybe the people are the ones who can explain. I will keep giving you an example of a refugee. A refugee who have been in Kenya for 15 years or 20 years, who cannot access a bank loan, or a loan bank, whatever you can call it. English is not my language. I've learned it.
It's your second language. It's not your first.
I've learned it recently, even.
It's understandable.
Yeah. So if they say the bank loan or loan bank from the bank, whatever, but you've got what I want to say. So, and you have been here because just you have the document, proper document, because the document they have, they were given it by the government. Someone has at least maybe, let me say, a property. Maybe they will say
maybe they have made money,
they have made money, property. And maybe their bank statement, maybe I've never mentioned, maybe the bank to give you some loan, they need to see your transactions.
Yes, they need to know how you handle your money.
Yeah, this person he's into business. So if we give the money, we are assured.
Asikupatia utoroke.
Yeah. So they will also trust. So there are a lot of different like requirement they check on. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe you find that person has a list of whatever necessary,
but it's still denied that
loan. Or you are denied because your document cannot allow you to. And it's an official document given by the government. That's why they always say, please consider including us in the system, because we are part of the system already.
Yes.
Of the system already.
And you're contributing to the ecosystem.
So if you deny us accessing these opportunities, what are you doing? That's why they say economic inclusion.
Okay. Currently, I'll speak for Kenya.
Yes.
We are okay. The country's government is working on something to better that for you.
Yeah.
Can you already feel the impact, or bado the challenge ni zile?
So, which one you are saying? Is it this Shirika plan?
Yes. Can you feel the impact, ama bado?
You know, it was launched a few days ago. Let me say it has not yet started to operate. But how it is, the beautiful document and whatever that is inside, if it will be put into implementation, at least the impact we will feel the impact. Because, and this has been a long cry for this group of people. That's where advocacy came. There are people who have done a lot of advocacy, and I would like to appreciate them. They have done a tremendous job to advocate. Okay. Like giving facts. How can this person can contribute to this way and this way, and do you deny? How can you say this one cannot use this document to access this, and you are the one who has? So what have you given this document for? So, there are people who tried, and the government really understood, but it took
time.
But at the end of it, at least we can see the results.
I understand that refugees can't actually get bank accounts in Kenya. Is that true? Is it difficult
bank accounts,
to open a bank account?
I can't attest for now.
You can't for now.
Not there is still, yes, there are refugees who access bank account. I really agree 100%. But it's not easy as you may think.
A bank account, having a bank account on your name,
and you will be going deposit your money there.
Okay.
So it's not as easy as you think.
It's not even about the loans. Yeah. It's just a bank account.
Yeah, on a bank account. Number one. But the system is trying to. I would appreciate how far the progress has reached, but it's not easy as you might think. Because there's a bank you can go having your document. They say no. Hey, no. I don't know if because they are not aware. I don't know if they are rude. They can't just, even though they know you deserve this service, they just deny you without a reason. I don't know which cause that. But there are banks you can go and you can't open a. But also remember, to open a bank account you need a KRA.
Oh yeah,
a KRA pin to get it. There are still a lot of challenges, but we are hoping with the Shirika plan, as you said, things will be
easier.
It will become easier for the refugee because not all refugees will be settled abroad.
How do you people survive? How do you fit in the economy without bank accounts, without KRAs?
Start with the mobile banking. Many, though, as I said, advocacy have been made for years. They are an improvement, but before accessing even mobile banking, it was difficult. I would require you know, we are a friend, we live in the same area. I say, hey, Mrs. Itumbi. Sorry, Mrs. is a madam. So Miss Itumbi. So hey, help me. My document.
I use my document.
Yeah, you use my document to
for you, so that at least you can access mobile banking.
So you will buy a line for me, so that I can
access the service.
Banking, because I can't access the bank. So I will at least like mobile Airtel money, I mean M-Pesa. I can access the mobile banking. I can receive and send money. So can you imagine before, when someone could say, hey, so and so has a lot of money on their line, and the line is registered under my name. Let me just go and tell the people I have lost all this line that registered under my line.
Because it's my document.
It's my document.
Yes.
And the person will not comprehend. What they see is the fact. Is this under your... Or you lose it happened to me. You lost the line, and the person who used to open the line for you, he's not... You don't see him or her again. You can't do a replacement. So
that money is lost like that.
Me, I lost 80,000 on an M-Pesa. And you don't know, you know that is a rule. You don't even have to complain. Okay, you get offended. You imagine, this man, I wish. Like, this situation is not... So you get offended. You're losing money that you could go and replace your line. And maybe you have a document. You could have used your own. But because you know it's a very difficult... But things are getting better.
Before we wait for the things to change, do you think there's a better way we can do all of that? Do you think, say I went to Uganda today and I needed to use mobile banking, and say there's no Safaricom there, Airtel, we are assuming
mobile money, I think. Yeah.
Now we are assuming it's not there. For your case now, you came to a country, you didn't have mobile banking.
Maybe there's the physical banks, the bank.
The banks, they're not allowing you to have an account. How do you even go? So what do you think should be done? So you need them to
go with the cash. It's the option that is available.
Have you been to the streets of Nairobi with cash? Do you know that it's so easy to be robbed?
Yeah, it's very difficult. Robbers can... It's easier for you to be robbed.
Yeah, you can lose that money. Yeah. Do you think there's a way we can come up with a better way?
The better way is
self-reliance.
The document of these people be acknowledged.
Whether an alien.
If I have, it's not called an alien. Before they used to call it an alien. Now it's a refugee ID Kenya, given by the Kenyan government. And sometimes you will hear that your documents are not in the system. So you imagine.
Yet you have a document.
You have a refugee ID, but it's not the system, and you are given by the system.
The same government.
How is it not? So there were a lot of challenges. Yeah, but if these challenges are no longer there, and people can register their line with their own document, can you go at the bank and open a bank account? If it's a KRA pin you need, you go, you get a KRA pin just as easy as possible. You come, you go open your bank, like access the service in any way. It will make them live like a normal citizen. Okay,
Eric, I'm thinking, is there a way that we can really omit where my document is being needed for me to, access money? Because I'll need transact in a country where I don't have documentation. Now I'm thinking in this way. I am new to this country.
Leave alone going to another country, and how can you access their banks if you don't have a bank? Number one, you went in a country and you knew very well that you...
Do they consider passports or such things?
Yeah, to go in another country, there's a document you need as a refugee.
No, now in terms of money, can you use your passport...
passport from your country?
Yes.
No.
It's not allowed.
Once you are a refugee, it means you have lost the status of your country. You have given a refugee status.
Wow.
Actually, the Department of Refugee Services, not long ago, they have said that if you are a refugee or asylum seeker, you have already registered with the Department of Refugee Services here in Kenya, you are no longer allowed to hold your passport. Because when you have your passport and you go outside the country and use your passport. You go there as a citizen of your country,
not as a refugee now.
So you are not. So in one way, I understand. But if they give away their passport or their whatever document that helps them, so they need also to receive
another document
that will replace
the one they have lost. Okay.
Because they have lost the status of their country, and they have given another status.
Okay. So documentation is one of the economic inclusion that could work. Yes, that's one of them.
Yeah, the documentation being valuable or acknowledged at any institution or at any place. Maybe what needs to be done, according to my experience, they need to be a lot of awareness, very huge awareness, because there are people who say, if there is no, maybe they don't know awareness. In one side, I may think the people in a different service institutions, they are not aware of the documents. If they know, maybe they ignore it. You know, Kenya, they need kitu kidogo. Maybe they want to, or other people, maybe they don't even want kitu kidogo. They want they hate water, like they don't be like, they don't receive you as a fellow African who is here for a reason. And they give you a service because you deserve it as a human being. You know, there are needs or basic needs. A human being, you need it because you deserve it because you are a human being, not even other status or whatever. So there's a need of awareness. There is a need of people loving their fellow Africans. You might be aware of that these people live here and this is the document they use, but you still kept you hide in your heart to serve these people. Okay.
Also, that's one of them. That's in terms of documentation.
Yep.
That aside, there's this thing I've noticed in Uganda where they waiver for refugees. They can register their business using whatever documents they have. In Kenya, that's not possible.
In Kenya, the level is you need to have a refugee ID. And you know, for a refugee to access this document, there's a long process. It takes a long process. Like there are for some it will take 5 years, 4 years. So do you imagine in 4 years how this person will survive?
That's
you
really
need a
difficult.
document that you can use and start surviving and live as you may want. Yeah. So if be any document, that's a good move. Then if you as long as it's a document given by the government,
they need to really restrict. They need to reduce the restrictions that they have put on refugees or any foreigner who intends on starting businesses in Kenya.
Maybe not to say the refugee, even the foreigners.
Yes, even foreigners
who are in East Africa.
There's a long process, paperwork.
And yes, we say we are not East African members. You can come and do it. But when you find there's a lot of restriction, I'm not against the restriction because the government has installed all the restriction because they know why and well. But also, when people complain,
they should simplify
when
the
people
process.
say just let them be there, but make it easier.
For them,
so that people can do and access services and also do their businesses as they may wish.
So we noticed that the common problem that most of our brothers and sisters face is in terms of documentation, in terms of the process, the bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
Yes, bureaucracy.
It's called the bureaucracy. Yeah.
Yes. We need to simplify that as a nation for our brothers to thrive easily. Because to be honest, you are equally contributing to the economy of our country, one or the other, the same way I'm doing it. Actually, you might find that you people are actually doing it better than a Kenyan citizen.
Not all. Yes, there are people who are doing it. There are people like there's a person who called me. You people like the stereotype?
Stereotyping.
Stereotype. People say you people refugees get paid by.
Yeah, you receive a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what. I ask, I just answer the person in his way. Sometimes in our mother tongue they say sometimes a question is answered by another question. Not always a question is answered by an answer. The question is answered by
another question.
This is an African.
So you answered them using a question.
And anauliza, all these let's say Kenya host 850 plus refugees. Uganda hosts 1,800,000 plus of refugees. I think the Sudan is also closer there. Ethiopia is there. Ethiopia comes. I saw it recently somewhere. So, do you think all these people received a salary every month? Huh? Because they have done what? That's number one. Tell me.
Been refugees.
Number two, does your country pay you because you are its citizen? If they don't pay you, how do you think then this organization, humanitarian organization that is helping people to get the basic and whatever they are assisting them to? So how do you think they give? And also, do you see refugees hustling here? They sell phones accessories, they sell commodities, and many they do like small businesses.
They do.
If you are given a salary, as you are saying, can you then go into this business? Because we work to get money, and money to help us fix our needs and whatever expenses. So do you think? So those are the questions I ask a person, and also it gives him a time to think again. For sure, it's not according to the fact. Whatever you are telling me, it's not possible. So that's what I have heard people saying. You are given money, salaries, anyway.
Me, I'm among those people who believe that refugees are living the best lives in Kenya.
But you know only that. Then you didn't dig deep and know how and why they are given this money because they have that. That statement. It may be spread by a person who want to make a damage of
their reputation of
this group of people, so that you may see them like
fail or suffer.
So these people are living good and you are suffering as the citizens of the country.
Wamekuja kwa nchi yetu wanaisha
someone
vizuri.
can anaharibu your reputation.
True.
So that's why you need also, if such statement is around, you need to ask yourself how, and also do your short investigation or research and come to a conclusion. Say what this person saying, I agree with it because I have fact. But many people don't have such time to go in. But it's rumors.
So it's just stereotyping. Refugees are not given free money.
Not.
Okay.
They hustle on their behalf.
So the same way a Kenyan will wake up and look for money is the same way a refugee wakes up and looks for the same money.
We are all human beings. We are all, whatever struggles Kenyan may go through, maybe refugee can go double, because not only in Kenya, even in other countries.
Yeah, true.
Because when you are not at your home, there are many opportunities you don't access.
True.
So if life is difficult to a citizen, for you it's double. Yeah, but no any advantage. If there are refugees who get assisted, it's like your countries assisted the poor people in the community. There's assistance they receive. So there's no generally saying that this group of people are being advantaged in this way
or the other.
That's so stereotype.
Yes, that's stereotyping. Okay, that's beautiful. This is a call out to the government of Kenya. These people are actually bettering our economic status, and it's high time we simplify the documentation process and enable these people to help us with running this economics.
Yeah, even to the Good Samaritan. Sometimes we request, we demand the government. Yes, the government has a big role to play, and also to the Good Samaritan, who are the Kenyan citizens, the very beautiful people. You Kenyans, you are very beautiful.
Thank you.
You Kenyans, you are very hospitable. You Kenyans, you are friendly. because refugees live with their neighbors. Who are their neighbors?
As
they are
Kenyans.
locals. So, and we have never had like tension rising among locals and refugees fighting, maybe because of ABCD. So they live in coexistence. They live in peace.
Harmonious. We are very harmonious people.
You are actually the true Pan-Africanist. You believe that an African fellow who came here, as long as he's not disturbing our peace and freedom and whatever, why not? He can't live with us. We live in coexistence. So the people, they keep that good job. And if you can do it better, it's good. Let's live in harmony. We are all Africans. We are all, even many people there from East Africa. And if East Africans are allowed to live freely,
move around in East Africa,
in the countries.
Yes.
Even though people who are not part of East Africa, let them live because they are African. There is this African Union, I've heard sometimes they want to have like one country, though it's a long process, but we need to live in harmony as brothers and sisters. If not as brothers and sisters, if not as Africans, let's live as brothers and sisters in harmony. We can help each other. So as maybe we wind up coming back to the point where we started, if I am self-reliant or self-dependent, I will. I can help even people who are not, who are still in that journey.
Sure.
Look, I do say my mission is to inspire and empower people to be self-reliant, because I hate depending on external parties. Yes, no one. Sometimes life became hard. You lack some money. Someone can assist you, but it should not be a habit. Of so and so will be doing ABCD to me so that I can live. If he doesn't do it, you conflict raises in the family members, because when he's rich, he doesn't care of his brothers and fellows. Though as Africans, we were taught that a good brother is the one who cares to the younger
siblings, yes,
siblings and whatever relatives, or is the one who gives to the community. It's good, but why don't you be part of the rich person who will contribute? Imagine all of us if we had this kind of mentality. We work hard we work hard to achieve a certain standard of life, so that we can assist us. All of us will find ourselves in a good standard. No one needs to help
the other.
And people may say it's not possible. Not all of us can be rich. If not all of us can be rich, be rich by yourself.
Yes.
Leave others. Yeah, there are people who comfort themselves. Oh no, they'll always be poor and rich.
Yes.
So where do you position yourself then? So you need to be self-reliant. Government and also private sectors need to put in place structures, laws and policies that will facilitate the citizens who are very committed, who are very resilient, who are very passionate and have that direction of being self-reliant. Because when the country has self-reliant people, mostly they live a good standard of life. And when the country has a big number of people with a good standard of life, that is good. That's when we hear the country is developed. The country is growing yes. economically.
Yes.
That's when it comes. So if we keep this mind depending, we will remain poor. Our countries will be remain in poverty, even our citizens. So there will be a miserable kind of living. That's why I'm saying economic inclusion is very important, but inclusion to who is doing who is doing what.
Okay.
As our country at the continent level, are we inclusive in the economic system of the world? As the citizen of our country, are we included in the economic system of our countries? or as refugees, are they also included in the system, country system, or we are all very happy and comfortable to depend on others or external partners? Those are, be it humanitarian, be it not even humanitarians. I don't have even any problem with humanitarian.
True.
Even depending on your brother or your sister or your parents, till when? Or depending, our countries depending on the Western forces or countries, till when? Let's learn to rely on ourselves.
Okay.
That's my point.
As we wind up, I would want to let my fellow brothers and sisters, I don't like using the word refugees, so I would want
fellow Africans.
Yes, my fellow Africans living in Kenya.
But at some point you need to call something
at some point.
Its name.
Yes,
at some point.
At some point. I would want to let them know right now there's a system of allowing them to get a work permit. I will put it attached to this video. It's a very easy process. You can do it by yourself. You just have to log in on the website and do it. So we will attach it there and also in a way that they can understand.
For people who are in Kenya who want a
work permit. Yes, the government has enabled them to be able to do that.
And also good news, I will also to tell people who have refugee ID card, you can go to your nearest mobile is a mobile company or mobile telecommunication communication agency, like maybe Safaricom,
Airtel.
or mobile Airtel, or there is another one. Is
Telcom.
It's Telecom.
But Telcom nowadays,
I don't know. I've never had it for long. So any communication company, you can go present your document.
Yes.
Come and say you are denied, and yet you have whatever is required, but to some people it has worked out. So you can go to your nearest office or shop and try your best.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of this will be linked below this video, and I hope you have learned a thing or two on economic inclusion. And if you have question on us or something that you'd really appreciate us having here on these talks, kindly let us know in the comments.
They can also give their
views,
through on this, whatever we have discussed.
Yes.
Your views are still important and matters a lot. So you can in the comment section tell you guys Museveni whatever you have. So I like even people who don't agree with me.
Yes, let's engage. Let's talk. This is an open mic. Let's hear what you people have to say, and we can also have some of you come and talk to us, enlighten us on topics that we don't have a better understanding. So kindly, let's engage in our comment section.
Information is very
key.
important.
Yes. Yes. That's it for today. And Museveni, do you have anything as we wind up?
I don't have much to say because I have
said a lot.
I have said a lot.
Yes.
You know, the Bible says, "My people perish
due to lack of knowledge." Yes.
Let me say, many people perish because they don't have information. So information is very important. There's a person who said, a person without information is more dangerous than an assassinate. It's a French proverb. Les personnes sans information est plus dangereux qu'un assassinat.
I am here floating.
Do you know what that person wanted to mean? Wanted to mean, for example, someone can kill a person, and he got arrested, put to court. The court.
It's an easy case,
and he gets to prison. But a person who doesn't have information, he can poison the entire community, and you will not arrest the person. You
cannot.
So information is very important.
Yes.
So imagine people who go gossiping, spreading fake information. Do you know how many people they kill mentally? You know, we say killing is okay. Killing physical, the body and the spirits is bad, but also killing people emotionally, mentally, it's also a very big problem. You can be alive but dead. Yeah, that's why I was saying information is very important. That's why we are here even to discuss. Yes. Not because we know much than you. We share the little that we know. The little we know, and also we can share our understanding, our views. Yes. And also that's why we are telling you to engage. Yes. Share your views with us. At the end of it, there will be some light at the end of the
Of the
tunnel.
Let-
Thank you so much.
Thank you.